welcome to Musings. Hi, Corvus Belli, how are you doing? You've got the new Warcrow starter set coming out, and you heard that I was pretty good at a similarly branded but legally distinct IP by a rival miniatures company. You want to send it to me for some sponsored content? Yes, I'll take it off your hands. Alright, thank you very much. See you later. Right, looks like we're making a video. Song of the Dormant is Corvus Belli's newest two-player introductory battle pack for their new-ish fantasy skirmish battle game, Warcrow. They were kind enough to send me a copy, and so I decided to take a look at the box, to take a look at the miniatures, to see if the quality was much improved from their last outing. This unboxing video, it is actually part of a much longer 2.5-hour stream that I did the other week. If you want to see all of the unboxing of the miniatures, me putting together those miniatures, trying to build them, seeing what little quirks they might have, looking at things like Siocast, if it's any good, looking at the new resin miniatures to see what the quality is like there, all of that good stuff, you can check that out. I'm going to put a link up there. But for you guys who are here right now, here's an unboxing video. We're going to take a look at the models themselves. We are going to look at the quality, and we're going to check out to see if this box is worth the premium price tag that you are going to be paying for it. We're getting there. Slowly and surely. Yeah, I know things have been a bit slow recently, but I'm doing my best here to put out stuff for you. What I wanted to do is I wanted to say a big thank you for everyone who continues to support the channel and continues to support the work that we do here to try and push out these games to more and more people. For you guys who have not yet done so, if you like what you see, please give me a subscribe, give me a like, and put a comment down in the comment section below about what you think about this video. For you guys who want to throw some more support my way, you can check me out on Patreon, you can become a YouTube member, you can join my Discord. All links for that are going to be down in the comment section below. But again, even if you don't want to, thank you for everyone. Let's carry on. Let's make it a great 2025. But for now, let's get back to the video. Today, I have for you Warcrow. So, a bit of a story to this. The way this went is that I was chatting to Toast, and Toast is like, oh yeah, Corvus Belli sent me an email. And I was like, all right, well, that's interesting. And lo and behold, a couple of days later, I got an email from Corvus Belli. They were saying, oh yeah, Aitan, we heard that you're pretty good at those like fantasy skirmish miniature games. Do you want some stuff? And I'm not going to say no, because Games Workshop isn't sending me anything. Fast forward a couple of weeks, and they sent me this. This is the new Warcrow Song of the Dormant. Dormant? Song of the Dormant two-player introductory battle pack. They sent me this. So thank you very much, Corvus Belli. We're going to be taking a look. Now, I must admit, the first I heard of Warcrow was probably at like UK Games Expo. It's a relatively new game. I have heard of Infinity though, which is Corvus Belli's other game, like set in space. But today what we're going to be doing, we got some of the Dormant, we're going to open this thing up. We are going to take a look at the models because I know the model quality was a big thing about the last introductory battle pack. So we're going to look at that. And yeah, we are going to build some stuff and hopefully the gaps won't be too big. So let us begin. Let's get going. So what have we got in this box? Jesus. Lots of, I don't want to say lots of models. It's like what? Like 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's say 12, 15 models. Something like that, which is fine. And we get the board. We get a bunch of cardboard terrain. Lots of counters. Lots of dice. The dice system is something I'm really intrigued about taking a look at this. I have already cracked open the glue seal, so it's not going to be a completely fresh thing, but for the most part, this is live as I'm doing it because I have not seen this before, and we're going to find out, right? And who knows, if this goes well and it's a game I like, then maybe we play some more events. If I can find events, we'll go to events, because you know what, if I'm getting stuff, I might as well use the miniatures. All right, so we have a tray of miniatures. Very good. We got introductory booklet. Now, I guess this is going to be like the previous book, where it will be like, oh yeah, here are the rules, and here's, yeah, we go, yeah. So there's a bunch of learn to play missions that will basically take you through scripted scenarios, so you can learn to play, and then there we go. Here are the scenarios. Haha! And then it will expand out from there. So we're gonna check this out later. probably when I get Charles over, and we will run through all of these scenarios and we'll see how they run. And then on top of that, we'll play some actual games. So I promise we'll do that. For the time being, that's not for now. So let me find a pile to put stuff. We have a massive scenery pack, a Sail the Borderlands. So we've got what? A bunch of ruins. We've got a bunch of scatter terrain, like flat scatter terrain, and the board. What we got? 2 short templates, 2 long templates, 1 turn counter, 150 lot of tokens, walls, terrain, paper game. Okay, we will look at this later as well. But for the most like realistically, right? You're playing a miniatures game. We're basically here for the miniatures. We want to see if they are good quality or not. D8s, by the looks of things, again, I'm going into this fresh, but I've basically never played this game before, so real interesting. So D8s, a bunch of miniatures, bunch of, I guess, cards. Yep, unit cards, that's absolutely fine. And let's look at the miniatures. These are bases. And okay, let's see what we got. Now, one thing I didn't know, if I put this like up here, ooh, that works. Okay, so the casting method that Corvus Belli used on the previous set was a thing called Siocast, and I've actually got it written down here. It's silicone rubber injection molding, right? And that got a lot of flack. I heard that the quality wasn't great. People had to go back and people had to go and ask Corvus Belli for more miniatures. I remember Toasty did a review of that set, and he said, you know what, it felt kind of rubbery, kind of plasticky, kind of cheap. So Siocast is back in this iteration, but they are also using for their hero models a process called Unicool, apparently, which is plastic resin. So very much like for anyone who's versed in Games Workshop, that's the kind of thing that they are using. So we're going to go through these models. What are these? These are bases. Any bases, any dice for building, because we are building today. And we're going to look at the actual models. Okay, so let's take a look. What are these components? Dude with... So we've got dudes with hammer. Yeah, right, you can totally tell if I open this up. Let's start with this. Actually, put these all up here. I think this is absolutely fine. And what I want to do, if I've got a piece of... Ha-ha! Well, I can do things. Right, we're going to go... Well, I'm going to go... This... I get my pen out. We're going to go Siocast. Unicool. Okay, so the Unicool stuff should be better quality. That's kind of what I've been promised. So we are going to take a look at that now, and it should be like all heroes in Unicool. And I guess there are like 2 different colors. You see, like, you've got gray on the right-hand side, and this is like a more blue. It looks like a harder material. I guess this is Unicool, and I guess this is Siocast, because Siocast is just like injection molded plastic. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I guess all of this is Siocast. Is that what we're doing? All right, so let's build something. Okay. All right, done. We did it. We did it. Okay. We have built the Warcrow. Song of the Dormant starter set. Here are all of the miniatures. Song of the Dormant starter set, you get 12 miniatures. You get a unit for the good side, a unit for the bad side. You get a couple of heroes for the good side, and then you get a bunch of heroes for the evil side. The miniatures come in 2 flavors. You're either going to get Siocast, which are generally going to be your rank and file stuff, and you're going to get Unicool. Unicool are going to be your heroes and your characters and all the real fun things. Let's talk about Siocast first. Siocast is a massive improvement on the first starter set. Some of the horror stories that I was hearing about that, how basically nothing went together correctly. The detail was very shallow and very poor. There were massive gaps all over the place. The injection molding wasn't done properly. It looks like that is largely sorted out in this. However, I did have some problems specifically on the halberdiers with some of the halberds that didn't fit together correctly, how the halberd wasn't long enough for the arms. And also on the intact, because the choice that they made was to have the heads in halves, where you have the top part of the head going on the bottom part of the head. That doesn't fit in some places. Knight of the Sacred Relic went together absolutely fine. The Progenitor Sculptor went together absolutely fine. So that we are okay with. If you're working with Siocast, it's plastic. It's injection molded plastic. No, you cannot use plastic glue polycement on it. It won't work. You have to use super glue, so you have to bear that in mind. If you are used to working with Games Workshop plastic, this stuff is not that. It is kind of it's a very strange material to work with. It's on the one hand flexible, but if you're cutting into it, it also feels brittle. It's a very strange material to work with. So be careful when you do it. Don't expect it to work like other plastic miniatures that you've seen. Detail. Let's look at the detail on some of these guys. Let's look at my Knight of the Sacred Relic. Detail is fine. Absolutely fine. Whatever issues Corvus Belli had previously, you see some very nice detail on the shoulder pad there. Whatever issues they had with detail, it looks like they've largely fixed, which is good. I'm happy. That's pretty good. So I'm good with that. Let's also look at the Progenitor Sculptor. Sorry. All the detail has come out absolutely fine. I like it. They're very nice models. They're very cool. It's a starter set. It's sold as a starter set. Just bear in mind there's going to be a little bit more work than you would have to do versus some other starter sets, especially when working with Siocast and the weird quirks that it has. It actually works a lot more like a resin than injection molded plastic. So bear that in mind. I would also recommend that it doesn't say this, that you wash your models to clean them of release agents, because I think that contributes to some of the issues that I had here. Some minor issues I found specifically on the halberdiers. You see there are some of the arms that aren't kind of matching up, but apart from that, you look at the detail on the halberdiers, the detail is absolutely fine. Unicool, different kettle of fish entirely. Resin, fantastic. That's the long and the short of it, what I can say. The amount of detail that they managed to get into these miniatures is absolutely amazing. This is better, and I'm going to say this, I've been working with Forge World resin 30 years. This is better than Forge World resin in terms of the detail that we're getting and in terms of the overall quality of the models. I cannot sing its praises highly enough. This is Morgana of Joffre. There she is. Look at the detail that you're getting. This was a two-piece model. It was body and it was arm. If this was Games Workshop and Forge World resin, this thing would have been like 20 different pieces. Just because that's what they do. I'm not entirely sure why. It is a resin. Bear that in mind. So you will get the odd thing like Bendy Sword Syndrome, but you can't get around that. Better warm water, you can straighten that out. That'll be absolutely fine. Let's look at Varenya of Ortogard. Again, fantastic model. Look at the definition of the detail that they managed to get in there. And this thing was like a three-piece model. So they're doing really well with this. Corvus Belli, whatever you're doing with Unicool, do more. I love it. It is fantastic. Master Uruk. Let's take a look at Master Uruk. You've got all of the detail in there, all of this on his back, all of his skin flaps. Let's call it skin flaps. Great stuff. And then finally, my favorite miniature in the pack is Needle. There she is with her kind of Doc Ock meat arms. She's got the spool of thread that she's working with. She's got like the candle. There's all sorts of like weird wax details going on. Yeah, Unicool, I cannot sing its praises highly enough. Siocast, much improved from the first set, still has its quirks, so bear that in mind when you're building this stuff. Right, next, what are we going to do after this? We're going to round out now, so next time when I'm back, we're going to be painting some of this stuff. We are going to start going through it, so we'll see how paint sticks to these models. I guess it will be fine, because you paint one model, you paint 1,000 models. I guess that'll be okay. And then after that, there are, if we take a look at the Song of the Dormant book that comes in here. This is the introductory booklet. There are a number of introductory missions in here to teach you how to play the game, to go through the mechanics. We're going to be looking at all of that. We're going to be doing all of that live. So we're going to learn together how to play Warcrow and how this works. And then after that, we'll do a bunch of out reports. Okay. This isn't all that you get in the box. Just as a quick recap, in the box, if we look at the back, you've got all the models that we've been putting together here. And then we have the board, a bunch of cardboard terrain that we're also going to build. It'll probably take me a session just to do that. We've got measuring sticks, we got templates, dice, everything that you need in a box. So as part of this series, we're going to look at everything. We're going to look at the totality. Totality? That's the right word. Totality of this product. But so far, I'm really pleased with this side, with Unicool. The way they chopped up the models to go together, very intuitive. Not that like it isn't chopped up in 1,000 different places like Insocial would do it. So that's really good. This is okay. I think it's good enough. We are looking at a premium product in terms of the price. Yeah, more of this, Corvus Belli. This is fantastic. I love it. But anyway, for everyone at home, thank you for joining me today. We'll be back with more live streams of this. Another 2.5 hours, I guess. Thank you very much, everybody. And welcome to my journey on getting into Warcrow, seeing how it goes. Thank you to Corvus Belli for sending me this box. It's been cool.